Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a visual novel. This won't be too detailed and not too much review because it's really hard to talk about because the main draw is, as a visual novel, the story. It's a visual novel survival horror puzzle game, or you could just say a visual novel puzzle game. But the main chunk of the game is really story and the detail of everything that's happening. But there are a good deal number of puzzles and a lot of endings that you can get with different puzzles. The main storyline, just to give a brief throw of it, and by the way, I'm just going to kind of switch back and forth with screens because most of what happens on top screen is the actual character action, your main character talking out loud or to someone or other characters talking to him. But the bottom is like internal narration dialogue that one could say is his inner thoughts or just narrative. Though I would keep in mind of the bottom screen because there's actually a very important story detail about. Just throw that out there. No spoiler though. Anyway, I'm going to try and just quickly talk about some of the things. The main story is basically you are a character with a watch on your arm that's strapped on with the number 5 on it. And there are 9 other characters, as the game's called 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. There are 9 other characters, and each character bears a number 1 through 9. And these numbers have to do with going through the horrible environment they are in. Basically, they're on a sinking ship with 9 hours to escape. And they have to either cooperate or betray each other to survive. The person who kidnapped them, Zero, tells them to seek out the door with a 9 as the exit. So, the pawns of the number doors is mainly that their numbers they have can create what's called a digital root. The digital root is taking the number and adding them in each other. Now only 3 to 5 people can go through a number door, and no more or no less. And once accessed, it'll say occupied on the scanner, and no one else can try to enter behind them. To make the digital root, basically, let's say 3, 2, and 1 to go through. You would add all those, so digital root would be 6. But let's say you add 9, 2, and 1. They wanted to go through a door. That would be 9, 10, 11, 12. Digital root is a single digit, so you can get 2 digits. So what do? You add the 2 digits. So you got 12 and 2 and a 1. So you'll get, so the digital root of 9, 2, and 1 is 3. So those 3 people can go through door 3. And that is one of the mathematical problems of the whole game, organizing how people will go through doors and investigate things. Now, there are basically 2 modes. You have the novel, which, as you're seeing tons of text, and what we're about to encounter is one of the forced puzzle rooms. You're locked behind number 5 when you start the game. And by the way, I will be solving the forced room puzzle. So, you might want to just listen, because I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'm going to do the forced puzzle, so, you know, whatever. Spoilers there for the forced puzzle, but that's the only puzzle I will be doing. So anyway, you're in a life-death situation, rooms flooding, and you can't get out. We have to seek a way out. So, now the puzzle interactions. Top screen, when you first start a puzzle room, you'll be given a camera view, and you can access that. Now, the bottom screen is mostly what you're going to be interacting with unless you get dialogue. On the sides you can see arrows. They'll change your view. Down here you can see the camera view, which again brings the very first thing you see on top screen. When you have files, this corner, the right corner, and when you have items, the left corner. You can also use L and R as corresponding to the side they're on. Now, we need to find a way out, so we need to start clicking on shit. You can investigate many items and stuff. See, I can click this board, the lid, pipes, the shelf. But anyway, we want this picture frame. We want to steal this little piece of paper. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to find the screwdriver. And the teapot. I'm going to find a key. Now, as you can see, the dialogue is really fast. Once you've experienced that said dialogue, you can fast forward through it, so you're not forced to experience the same dialogue over again when you go for the multiple endings. You can't get the true ending on your first path. You can't. You have to get a specific ending before you can get the true ending. So, you're forced to at least progress the game twice. But I would suggest more, because the other endings add a great deal of depth to the other characters, their past, and their connections, which are not clearly or at all revealed in the true ending. So anywho, we got a bunch of dialogue about how you got kidnapped and that. So we're gonna continue on. We got a bunch of keys and stuff. Yeah. Okay, now you can combine items. This photograph has screws in the back, so we're gonna combine it with the screwdriver, and we're gonna open it up. Now we just got the photo. The photo has a bunch of shapes on it, which match these. Basically, we're going to be breaking the code using these two pieces of slips of paper. And we got two keys. So, we need to go out, and we're going to examine the first. The suitcase is locked. Now, down here in the corner, you can swap what kind of item you have. This is important because certain dialogue options or continuations of the plot have to do with using, like, examining an item while holding this item, and then they're like, oh, you know, I need to do this, so anyway, I don't know the combination yet, so we need to figure it out. So, blue. The suitcase is blue and the key is blue, so these blue have to do something with it. Now we need to actually look. So let's match this stuff. 0, 2. 0, 2, 6. So we're gonna put in 0, 2, 6, 3. Bingo. We'll open it and we'll find items. Now we're going to find a file in here that's going to explain a lot about the digital root. So if you didn't really understand my explanation and you get this game, just read this file. It will tell you a little bit of detail. So we found some playing cards in here, or some weird key cards. Now we're going to go over here and find this suitcase. It's a red suitcase. So we need a red key, but let's figure it out here. Seven, 4, 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5, 7, 4. Discover that. We're going to open up and we're going to find some more cards. Now we're going to get our first example with the digital root here. There are multiple puzzles, not just necessarily going through number doors that involve the digital root. So I'm going to try both set of cards, then he'll think about the file. So we're going to actually try the digital root. Now we have 1 through 8 here. So on top here, we're going to show you a few examples of digital roots. Adding all the cards together, and if you get a 2-digit, add those cards together, and you'll get your digital root keep adding until you get 1. So we're gonna get 7, 6, and 1 will equal 5. So we're gonna use that. Successfully open up. So we're gonna get out of here. And we escape. So that's pretty much all for the quick exploration. The story is very psychological and very menacing in detail, and in my opinion, it actually started scaring me at certain points when I was playing it really late at night because of some of the gruesome details of what was happening and some of the endings. I found the game very compelling and just very narrative driven. It's a very great visual novel, and I quite enjoyed the game. And I have to tell you, the localization translation was excellent. I loved it. It was great. The characters are all very interesting and lively looking and different. Puzzles are mostly, a lot of them are very challenging and pretty hard, and sometimes I have to admit a few of them took me a long time to solve some of them. But I never cheated on any of them. I solved every single puzzle within time because it was that intriguing and that fun. So if you're thinking like Professor Layton, puzzle fun, yeah, it's a little, but it's not completely puzzle driven like Professor Layton is. So overall, as a visual novel puzzle game, I give it perfect. There's not a single thing I hated about this game at all. I completely enjoyed the experience. I got about 20 hours of the game and still only have one ending left. I enjoyed all the compelling, insane stories, so I hope you pick this up. This title could use support, and I support this title. It was great. And I apologize if this review was not very good because of the lack of information, because I don't want to spoil the story at all. Aside from what you were told at the beginning, I don't want to go any farther, because you can dramatically get different opinions of characters and things that happen depending on the route you take through the number of doors, because you'll be given paths. So anyway, I hope you check out the game in some way. I hope you buy it brand new.